We are here live from Spain. No, is it Spain? France.
Le Mans.
France. And it's been two races since we last did an episode on MotoGP. That's a lot. Because we didn't do the Spanish one. And this is now two races in since we last did a MotoGP episode. So welcome, guys, to another episode of the Pitboard Discussions. I'm your host, Ace the Troubleman himself, joined here by none other than less troublesome Dan to my right, and the Statman himself, Mushiri, to my left.
Yeah.
And let's talk MotoGP, shall we? Let's talk MotoGP. They just concluded... what's that circuit called?
Michelin Grand Prix de France.
That one. They just concluded GP in France. And they just also concluded Spanish GP. That was like 3 weeks ago. I don't think we had an episode in April, so we apologize for that. But we'll try and get you MotoGP content as regularly and as often as possible, yeah? Hold us to it. So we're here to talk MotoGP. And interesting things happened over the weekend. But before we go over the weekend, does anyone at this point and at this stage have anything to say about Marc Marquez? We just have to open the pod in that way.
Yeah. Okay. It's me. I would say I'm very proud of that guy. The way he okay. Other than he didn't do the podium dance though. Cynthia?
No DJs were present.
I was actually looking forward for it.
Yeah.
To it.
Listen, I'm just right now getting my feet wet in the world of MotoGP. And I don't know, that might be one of the best races or best individual performances I've watched since I started watching the sport.
This year, Le Mans is the best race so far.
I mean,
because we've had 3 people battling for the top spot.
Yeah.
they're only doubling down on the comments of MotoGP being more entertaining than Formula 1 currently.
Yeah.
And it was just hammering down that point. It was just the race was just hammering down that point. And I think Marc Marquez, the guy I'm talking about, qualified 13th, was it? P13.
Somewhere there, yeah.
And he ended at P2.
And in sprint he finished P4 or P3?
Was it P4? I think it was P4.
No, he
was on the podium,
he was on the podium, yeah.
He was on the podium even on sprint.
Yeah, I think so.
Because because in MotoGP they do only one quali. That's determined how they start the sprint and the race.
Yeah.
So even in sprint he started P13.
I mean,
And it has fewer laps.
Marc Marquez has actually been... It's like he has a point to prove, or he's trying to prove something. I don't know what's going on. But looking at him as a rider, and looking at how he's performing and his performances so far this season, he's had the most standout performances so far this season.
Okay, but Marc Marquez has always been like that.
Oh, I'm just getting to know the real him now.
Hey, brother.
How many championships does he have?
Bro, he has 8.
He has 8 championships.
I mean, hey, he is that dog, man. He is that guy, man.
Marc Marquez, in my own opinion, on the current grid, 2024, he's the top dog. He's the most battle-tested rider there.
He has battled with many other great riders.
He's
before.
fought Valentino Rossi.
Yeah.
He's fought Pedrosa, the short samurai, or the samurai. He's fought Jorge Lorenzo.
Yeah.
Brother has fought. He even fought Fabio. He fought Alex Rins. He fought, as in, just think about
So,
the old
he's him. He's basically him.
Marc Marquez.
8.
Is him.
How many?
Listen,
How many?
is
How
he-
many
is he-
8 world championship do you know?
I don't know one.
Who?
Lewis Hamilton.
8.
Guys, don't
Say
jump
it with you.
say my chest. No? I don't know. Hey. But that's a story for another day. Though, okay. I didn't know he was really like that. Because
Hey.
I said I'm green in this field. This is not my discipline per se, but hey, I'm part of it.
It's
I'm
more
getting into it.
it's more
you guys
of-
are seasoned
Yeah.
more than me.
It's more of, does he still have it because of the accident?
Oh,
he
the
had?
accident, yeah.
Yeah, the accident.
You guys were actually putting me onto that. You guys were telling me on the accident he had, and I was like, oh, okay.
Being
It
out
looked
for-
nasty.
Yep.
It looked nasty.
Yeah.
It looked
It was
nasty.
pretty bad. It was
Yeah.
actually a career-ending accident. Yeah.
And coming from that, and he's racing with last year's bike.
Yep.
Yeah, that's another point I had that I was like, oh my God. And that's how he's performing. I mean,
He's still got it, man.
But I was also impressed with Martin after Marcus overtook and you became P3, but he was like far behind. Martin Akamua, this is the time. Hey,
I mean,
did you see his fight with Pecco?
Yeah.
Before, like, he overtook him. Hey, that guy was aggressive.
I'm not gonna lie. I like Pecco because of the name. The name just rolls from your tongue.
Pecco
Banaya. Pecco Banaya. It just rolls in your tongue. But Marc Marquez and the race he had that. I mean, listen, he's a guy. But there is this other individual. What's his name? Is Marc Marquez Terminator? No. The Terminator.
Martineta.
Martin. Oh, that's Jorge Martin.
Yeah.
Okay. Jorge Martin also had a decent race.
Oh, bro, what do you mean decent? That was his best race.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
me,
saying decent,
after I
and
saw
I'm not trying
Pecco-
to downplay his achievement. I'm just saying decent compared to what Marc Marquez did. But he had
a better race than Mark.
Yeah.
That's a subjective. That's a subjective take.
Okay.
That's a subjective.
Coming from Jerez, he had a better race than Mark.
Okay.
He was so happy he smashed his car windshield.
And I think that's the second or the third time he's done that.
He does that.
Yeah, there was another time where he was put under pressure. That was last year, and he came on top. He also smashed that car windscreen.
So it's a thing.
He smashed the car windscreen and took off the visor.
Who's the guy who?
But that is the first time he's won both the sprint and the race on the
I want to know,
weekend, this season.
I don't think
At
so.
quarter.
Oh, this season?
Yeah.
Yes. But you know Martin is a sprint race specialist.
Yeah.
On Saturday, oh, brother, you can't be that guy on Saturday.
Yeah.
On Sunday, I don't know, he just had a few more laps on top of the sprint race and pressure, and he buckles.
When I saw Pecco leading and then Martin, and I knew this is how the race is going to end, because that's what I'm used to on Sunday. Hey, then he decided no, I'm not coming second again on Sunday.
Yeah.
And
You
he
know,
took-
if you compare it with Jerez, the previous race,
That's Spain.
yes, it's totally different.
Facts.
Because remember, Jerez, Pecco was the guy who was putting pressure on him until Martin made a mistake.
Yeah.
And that gave me flashbacks of Martin 2023 and 2022. Because also last year he was there on the front there. Remember last year's championship, it was almost going down to the wire. I think the last two GPs or something, Martin made a mistake and then Pecco won the title with the race to go. But
So Pecco is the defending champion currently.
yes,
Yeah, he's the defending champion.
Martin's Achilles heel has always been pressure. Put him under
Somebody
pressure.
behind him.
Yes.
Another Lando
Put him
Norris.
under pressure and he buckles.
Damn.
Yeah. Jerez, that's the same thing that happened. Because like, you know, I'm not even going to overtake you. No. I'm just going to smell your fumes. Pause. And you'll crash. Okay, I'm done with the pause. And I think
What happened to you?
I think this is something which I honestly, okay, I thought this was something that Martin would overcome, as in
This
taking
season,
that pressure and still delivering. So Jerez, seeing him being put under pressure and he buckled, I was like, God damn it. Are we now going to see Pecco run away with this?
Same spots from the leopard.
Huh? Sorry, I don't get that analogy.
Yeah. You let it marinate inside you.
Okay. So come Le Mans, yeah? It was the other way around. Pecco, you want to go for the lead? You just go for the lead, man. Martin was like, okay, I'll just smell your fumes. I'm just going to put you under pressure. Pause. Then what happened?
The inevitable.
Pecco made a mistake. Martin went for the bite.
wait, the overtake Martin had on Pecco, was it from a mistake?
Yes, twice.
Ah.
Twice, yes.
Me, I thought it was like a clean fight.
It was clean, but from the first mistake, Martin knew where Pecco is struggling. Yes.
Yeah.
And I remember the first one, Martin took the position, but you know Pecco is a fighter.
Yeah. He came back.
Pecco is not that baby who you'll take the candy away from. He's going to bite your ass.
Yeah.
Pause. So So Pecco took the place back. And Martin was like, okay, now I know where you're weak, I know where you're struggling. Because Sector 1, Sector 2, Pecco was untouchable there.
Yeah.
But Sector 1, he made that mistake after the Dunlop heel or chicane. Sector 3, Sector 4, Martin was really strong there. So all Martin had to do was to make sure that if he's making another attack, he takes a position before Sector 3, Sector 4. So that Sector 3, Sector 4, where he's stronger, he builds
The
on
gap.
that advantage. And that he did that. He put Pecco under pressure the entire race. Pecco made a mistake, which I'll honestly say he buckled. And Martin was able to come out on top. And I think that is why he was celebrating that win. Like, he won the championship.
Yeah.
Because beating Pecco on his own game, I think that was
So
It must have haunted him before the rest day.
Because last year, he was just losing race after race pressure.
With that-
pressure.
with that-
Pecco putting
with
pressure
that
on him.
with that in mind and all those factors in play, you actually think he had a better race than
Martin,
yeah.
yes.
Oh, I mean, now when you put it like that, because there is some context to his race day,
Yep.
there is some context to it. Now, when you put that into it and you weigh it in, I mean,
It was an intelligent
there was
ride.
some build up to it.
Yeah.
Yes, it was an intelligent ride from Martin. And previously we said Pecco is one of the most intelligent riders.
Yeah.
And on the other side, Martin is one of the most emotional riders. I'm sorry to put it that way.
So it is passion versus logic.
Yes. And I think that's a muscle that Martin had to strengthen coming from last year. Because now he's riding intelligently. Yes, he's still Mr. Saturday. But on Sunday, where the points actually matter, he's actually making the right calls, making the right moves. And
He's getting his head down and doing what is supposed to be done.
Yep.
So about having the better race, even for Marc Marquez with context, it was a very good. That is the highest he has finished,
Yeah.
P2. And as I said, he is enjoying every moment because the way I imagine it, he's not supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Like him racing.
You can just tell by the way he's moving and how he's
First year on a Ducati,
Yeah.
on last year's bike,
Yeah.
a new team.
It's like he is not supposed to be there. Like, even in the other was it the other race where he was celebrating with the fans?
Yeah.
He went to the Nini.
Yeah.
That is a person who
I think
appreciates.
was also present on that race. Jerez.
Yeah, he was, yeah.
Yeah.
That is a person who appreciates every moment that is on track, even after he is not taking anything for granted. So
It's not
even him, he had a very good race, and even the overtaking on the last lap. That was,
it was a good overtake.
Yeah.
It was a good overtake. Now, speaking of the guys who had a good race, let's talk about somebody who had a nightmare weekend by the name of Fabio Quatararo. So apparently Fabio Quatararo didn't finish his race.
Yeah, he crashed.
Yeah, he crashed
His
out.
home race, man.
And it's his home race. So
What a
like
shame.
wait. Quatararo is
It's French, yeah.
Yeah, he's French.
sounds Italian. Okay,
Quatararo. What's Italian about Q?
no, raro.
Ferraro.
Okay.
Quatararo.
I mean, okay, yeah, I'll give you that. But yeah, so he crashed out. And thoughts on that? Am I the only? Okay, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but where I knew Quatararo from, he is a world champion, yeah? He's a world champion. Is it the bike? Is it the team? What's this deep in form? Because I haven't seen him in the podiums. I haven't seen him challenge for whatever I've watched so far. I haven't seen him at the front of the pack. What's going on?
You're triggering some trauma.
Oh, he's your favorite rider.
No, Yamaha.
Yamaha.
My favorite thing.
Okay.
Yeah. For Yamaha's case, it's the bike, man. They have been outdeveloped by the European teams.
Okay.
So that's Ducati, Aprilia, KTM. And those guys are so far ahead that Yamaha has to spend, I think, not less than 2 years.
Can they do a Mercedes?
What,
Throw
abandon
money.
ship?
Throw money at their problems.
Maybe they threw money at Quatararo and Quatararo decided to stick. But I think I said this before. I'm a simple man. So Quatararo extended his contract with Yamaha.
Mm-hmm.
And I honestly believe one of the reasons why he extended that contract is because Yamaha might be cooking something. So Yamaha have been testing.
So he might know something we don't know.
Yeah. So Yamaha have been doing a lot of tests on the aero side. Because now the Europeans are leading the class when it comes to aerodynamics.
Yeah.
And also when it comes to rideability of the bike, it's also the Europeans who are doing that. The Yamaha bike has always been rideable, as in it has never given any of the Yamaha riders a problem. Yeah. But now we are in an era where it's no longer about corner speed, which is something where the Yamaha used to thrive kitambo. But now it's about, is the bike stable when I'm on full throttle leaving a corner? It's no longer about when I'm leaned in kabisa, do I have the most grip? It's about when I'm full throttle coming out of a corner. Also, can I access the top speeds as in easily, which is something that the Ducatis and the KTMs and also the Aprilias are beating the Yamaha bikes at the moment. Same thing to Honda. Honda don't have the rideability. We saw last year Marquez and also the previous year Marquez used to crash a lot.
Yeah.
And if you look at the guys who are riding their Honda this year, Joan Mir and Zarco, they are crashing a lot. So the Honda bike is also not rideable.
It's like, hey.
Yeah.
I heard somewhere Zarco is like on a testing program. Like the whole season is like a testing thing.
Could be, because it didn't make sense why he'd leave Ducati to go to Honda. So maybe he was like, maybe Ducati won't give me the number 2 seat. So maybe the best other seat I'd get is with a factory team, which was Honda. And knowing Honda don't have the best bike, maybe he decided, I'm going to become a rider who's going to help you guys develop. Something that Jack Miller did with KTM a few years back. Yeah, but Yamaha's case, it's the bike. Quatararo is still at top of the class.
He won the championship with what bike?
With the Yamaha bike. Yeah.
Okay, so I don't mean to cut you short, but next race, back to Spain, Catalonia.
But they're changing the regulation. Is it for next year?
2027.
2027.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel some type of way about it.
They are getting rid of the
I actually took my time to the video you shared. You shared a certain video with us, and I took my time to listen to what the female announcer was actually saying. And I was like, listen, again, I haven't been in the sport that long, so I don't really know much about it. But from what they were saying, they're trying to kind of tone down the explorative ingenuity of the teams. They're trying to clamp down things. Yeah, that's what I felt. Yeah. That's what it was giving to me. It was giving vibes of a more controlled environment, a gated park. So if I can call it that, a gated park to some degree. And I was like, it is what it is.
It makes sense. But, it's a give and take kind of thing.
But I think the most important thing is that they got rid of, what do you call it? The one the bike sinks?
The whole shot.
Yeah. That's the one they're getting. That's the main.
Yes, that and also the aerodynamics.
No, for the aerodynamic, the size of the wing.
Yes, they're taming, as in they're reducing.
The front is also, is it reduced or they're changing some lean?
They're reducing the boundaries.
Yeah, the boundaries, how far those fairings can go.
Yeah. Which yes, makes sense. But yeah, okay. From a competition perspective, it makes sense when you remove some of these technologies that are making some. Okay, yeah. Let me rephrase this again.
Take 2.
If I compare right now, as in the riders right now, and let's say like 5 years back or even 10 years back, I can say right now it's more of the bike than the rider, because the bike has many things that are going to stop the rider from making a mistake. Yeah. For example, the aerodynamics. Yeah. Right now, if you go full throttle, the bike will hardly wheelie. Yeah. Look at the whole shot device. If you are starting Kitambo, because they didn't have the whole shot device, Kitambo, when you start the bike and you go full throttle, the front wheel will go up. And you could see actually riders leaning on the bike when they were starting.
Yeah.
Just to tame the bike.
Yeah.
And Kitambo, you could actually see riders fighting with the bike.
Yeah.
And you could
especially even coming out of the corner.
Yes, you could see riders fighting with the bike.
You could see the tire like this, the front tire like this.
Yep. Marquez used to drift or slide. Coming out of a corner. But right now,
even now he does.
But right now, you see the bikes are tamed. As in, you see someone coming out of a corner in the full throttle, and the bike is slumping down just to ensure that the front wheel doesn't go up. I'm like, increased top speeds, and people are breaking lap records, but is it more of the rider or is it more of the bike?
So you were happy with the regulation, the new?
But I'm not happy with them reducing
Engine size.
the engine size.
Oh, yeah,
from
they
1000
reduced-
cc to
They're
850
reducing
cc.
the engine size. I mean,
Because it has, in my opinion, I think it has an effect on the road going bikes. Because now manufacturers won't be incentivized to they won't feel any benefit to develop 1000cc bikes if the racing bikes,
just
which
850.
where technology actually trickles down to the
I was
road
about to
going
ask you
bikes.
that
And
question.
Moto 2, what is the size of the Moto 2?
Right now it's 750 cc. 765, yes, 765 if I remember correctly. So also that I think they'll take it back to
Even
600cc.
Okay, that's really interesting.
But the Moto 2 don't have those fairings.
No, they don't. Moto 2, it's a I can say it's a spec series.
So yeah, again, like I was saying, Catalonia is coming May 26th.
Hey, Marquez is going to do wonders there, man.
Any
Congress.
foreshadowings you want to give us? Any premonitions you want to share with us, or what to expect?
I'm a simple man. I think Marquez is on a really good trajectory, and that's his home race. So I expect to see him fighting at the top again with Pecco and Martin. And I think it's really giving MotoGP a good name. As in, it's convincing fans from other motorsports
Yeah.
to come in. So now we are seeing like a three-way battle, not for the championship, but just for the race.
And even is it the stadiums? Where they're racing, they are packed.
Yeah.
Now, they are packing.
Nonsense.
They are filling the nini.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, let's see. Let's see
Fingers
what
crossed
happens.
we have another banger, man.
Yeah, hey, listen. If it's anything like what happened
I
last
just
weekend,
hope
this
he
past
wins.
weekend,
If he wins,
Hey,
Spain will
brother.
go mad.
Hey,
I
Spain
think he'll be
will
on
go
front page of
crazy.
all the newspapers.
taking over
of,
the papers.
of
Hey.
newspapers of Spain.
Anyway, let's see how it goes. So that has been it. The MotoGP episode. Stay tuned. We'll keep dropping more. Like, share, subscribe, please. Follow us on socials, X, at the Pitboard Discussions, Twitter. Yeah. Formerly X Twitter. Yeah. YouTube, the Pitboard Discussions. I know I've been slacking on that department, but hey, we're trying to get content to you as best as we can. And we really do appreciate your support. So leave a like, share with somebody else. Tell a fan to tell a fan. You know how it is. I've been your host, Ish. This has been Ramen, aka Dan. Let's troublesome Dan. This has been Mushiri. Catch you on the next one, guys. Peace.